I am the rocket man they talk about. I jump from star to star, I walk it out.
Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Shibby2142. Today we're playing some more Black Ops 2, and this is my very first ever Sticks and Stones gameplay. So one night, I was just by myself. I'm like, you know what, I'm going to try out this game mode. It looks pretty cool. I ended up doing pretty okay, and I just want to see what you guys think. If you have any feedback or tips for me, because once again, I'm still learning how exactly this game mode plays out. And if I have any tips for you guys, I'll also give them to you. For those of you who are not dripping that chocolate sauce and know exactly what the Sticks and Stones game type is, here we go. 6 players competing in a free-for-all style game. Everyone's loadout consists of a crossbow, ballistic knife, and a combat axe. Like all free-for-all games, points are earned from kills, and the match will end when the time runs out. However, if a player manages to kill another player with a tomahawk, they will bankrupt the target. Also, if a player commits suicide with the crossbow, they will humiliate themselves and become bankrupt. If a player is bankrupted, they lose all points earned so far in the match, and they will have to start over from 0 points. To win, a player must reach one of the highest 3 scores once the time limit is reached. So, points, it goes crossbow with the explosive tip, 10 points, ballistic knife shot, 10 points, knife or ballistic knife melee kill, 5 points, tomahawk, 5 points, car explosion, 10 points, and direct impact, 10 points. Looking at the gameplay bottom left, you can see where I am points-wise. So I'm at 35 points, and the person in first place is at 60 now. Alright, so that's kind of how that scoring works. Keep an eye on that throughout the game so we can see how well I am doing in my first Sticks and Stones ever. Yeah, shooting your ballistic knife. A lot of people forget that's even a possibility. And also, when you get stuck, I would recommend trying and running at the other player. I mean, if you can't really kill him, then try to make sure his own explosion from the crossbow kills him instead. Like, you're gonna die because you're stuck, you're not getting rid of that anyway. So, I don't know, maybe that's like a little strategy. If you're, once again, completely new to this, you will notice that there's a constant radar sweep or UAV sweep going on top left at the map. So, keeping an eye where people are and then positioning yourself for success is obviously very important. If you're going to be camping the whole time, typically that will not work out in your favor. And as you will notice, getting towards the later part of the match, I should have played a little more aggressively. However, doing so can also lead you in more opportunities or chances that someone will throw a combat axe at you, or a tomahawk, once again, whatever you like to call it, and you'll become bankrupted. So you'll go from where I was at, basically winning or second place, to 0. And that really does not help anyone out. So sometimes I just like running around with the ballistic knife instead. I don't know. Sometimes the crossbow is a little wonky, and just knifing in general just does not really work. So sometimes you gotta bust out that combat axe and just like make people sit. So that's kind of how that goes. But yeah, definitely like the crossbow in this game more than the Battlefield one. The reload is just so painful, but I mean, obviously they're 2 completely different games. But that's just something, initial observations. So yeah, more Battlefield coming soon. We'll talk about that later. Alright, so another thing that I noticed in the gameplay is watching it back is I really was abusing, or not abusing, but just using the combat axe quite a bit. If the player is already at like 0 points, or maybe like less than 50, or they're really not a threat, then you probably don't really need to combat axe them. You should probably try to crossbow them for the 10 points, or get the ballistic knife shot instead of the melee. But I don't know, that's just more deeper metagame that I'm still learning. So once again, if you're hearing me talk about something that you think is important that I should know, then definitely leave a tip, because sometimes in Black Ops 2, especially on the PC version, example, last night, there was only 12,000 people playing, like total. While on the Xbox, it's like a minimum 500,000, if not like 800K. In comparison to, let's say, Team Fortress 2, I checked, had like 43,000 people playing. And then Dota 2 had like 80. So, yeah, it's just, there was really not that much player base, which leads to some pretty bad matchmaking at times. But I do enjoy the game. I mean, it's not bad or anything, so that's kind of that. Let us look down at the time limit, where it is now 40:40. I'm like, all right, Chibs, don't get don't get combat axed. I don't want to get bankrupt and start from zero. Try and get this kill, trying to knife. We got a little standoff here, and like, no! I got knifed, but it wasn't the guy in first place. I'm running, I'm trying to make my way to someone and get a shot off, but the match time will end, and we end up being tied. And I'm like, wait, did I win? What? Like, how did this guy win? So I got second place. I'm looking at the score, like, we got the same points. Looking at the scoreboard, I ended up having more kills, but more deaths, but more Combat Axe kills on other players. So I don't know how it decided he won. Anyways, video challenge. If you want more BF3, TF2, BO2, Arma 2, let me know which one in the comment below. So like, I want more TF2 shibs, or I want more Battlefield. Let me know. If you enjoyed, feel free to subscribe. Once again, my name is Shibby2142. Thank you for watching my first game of Sticks and Stones, and hopefully I'll see you next time.